Hey, it's Annie and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to create an eye look. I'm just going to do one eye and not the other because I might save that for TikTok because I'm sharing some things on TikTok right now. So I am going to show you how I apply my eyeshadow, and I am going to only use two shadows today, okay? Two. I'm not going to go crazy and do a bunch of different looks. So this is for some of you that you're like, I want to wear eyeshadow, but I don't want to use 5 different colors. I just want to look nice and pull myself together and just use a shadow or 2 shadows. That's what we're going to do today. So let's do it. This one is called Nude Dress. Now the first thing that we have to do that I did not do, you always want to make sure that you do this, is you want to use an eyeshadow primer. I'm going in with the Trish McAvoy eye primer. And what I like about this, I'm going to share one eye at a time. What I like about this particular one is that it will conceal my redness that I have here in my veining. So it really gives you a nice base for your eyeshadow, because if I just put it on here, it's not that the color's not going to show up as well on that side of my eye as opposed to this. Number 2, it's going to help prevent your shadow from creasing. And number 3, you're not going to have to use as much shadow because it's going to show up. Where if I didn't, I'd have to keep on putting it on because I'm trying to like hide my skin. I don't have to do that because I have this base on. I'm going to go in and use my rougher brush number 12 here. I just clean these two. That's the thing about natural brushes. Anytime you use it, especially certain colors are going to really grab on. I mean, I can clean this off and I get a lot of it off, but some things stain it a little bit. But I just cleaned them, so it's not really dirty. I don't clean my brushes constantly. I think you have to be careful doing that. If you're a makeup artist, it's different. You have to clean your brushes. Every single person you do, you have to clean your brushes. But for myself, I clean my brushes every couple weeks. I'm just being honest with you. That's what I do. I just clean them every couple weeks. I'm going to go in and I want to use this darker shadow right here. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to go right on this corner here like this and kind of draw a line. I want to raise my eye on the corner there a little bit, and then I'm just looking straight into my mirror with that same brush and I'm kind of making my guide. But I'm not adding more color there because I don't want that to be dark. I want most of the darkness to be on the corner here. Kind of packing it on, and then whatever's still in the brush, I'm just bringing it up there. Now, I don't have heavily hooded eyes, but you can clearly see. I mean, come on. People tell me I don't have hooded eyes. What is this? Okay? So I have to trick it. I have to trick. It's just, that's all you're doing is you are creating shadows. And I'm not taking any more shadow, and I'm just right here. And now I'm just going to start to bring it down here. Now I want to take a fluffy brush. I'm going to take my rougher brush number 16. I'm just going to go and do circular motion. I'm going to do this first. I want most of it to be right here. And then I'm going to do the windshield wiper. And I'm going to start to blend whatever shadow I can in this part. I'm not adding any more, but I'm just trying to blend a little bit of what I've already put down right there. And this doesn't take me long. I'm chatting, I'm sharing tips. When I do this, this doesn't take me 20 minutes, okay? On a video it does, but on real life I can do this quickly. I did an eye look not too long ago and it was like quick out the door. And so many people are like, that wasn't quick out the door. Well, it's not on a video. I'm going to take my rougher brush number 2 and I'm going to use this for my lid. So I am going to actually use this color right up there. I'm going to go right in here. Now, if I didn't put that primer in there, if I didn't add that primer in there, then you would hardly be able to see this. Okay, and actually, I think I'm going to go back and use my finger because I'm probably going to get a bigger punch of color. Sometimes you do. Yeah, definitely bigger punch of color. Now, I like to pull an eye look together and use my shadow. So I'm going to go ahead and use that same shadow that I used down there. I'm going to use that underneath my eye. I'm going to do all the way under my eye, but I'm going to be very light-handed. But I'm going to go darker right here on the end. And I'm going to bring it up here. Kind of flick it up. That's going to give that little bit of a lift on the corner there. See the difference already without putting my lashes on or anything? You can see the difference between that eye and that eye. See how it just creating that shadow there just gives that lift without even adding a really dark shadow, without even putting lashes on, without even doing my brows. You can see the difference between the two. So let me get my lashes on and I'll be right back with one more tip. That's what it looks like, 2 shadows only. I know it seems like a lot of work. It isn't a lot of work. You can do this really, really quickly. As I always say when I'm sharing my videos, I want to be as informative and helpful to you as possible. I don't want to slap it on and just assume you know everything. So I'd like to go through the steps. So again, use an eye primer before you apply your shadow. You can set it with, you can set it, even though it's not, you're not really setting it, but you can use a finishing powder. I just like this one because I just feel like that helps my shadow glide on better. This one is from Makeup Forever. You can use a setting powder to do the same thing and then apply your shadow. You want to start on the outside corner there because that's where, when you apply it there first, it's going to be where the shadow is going to be the darkest. That's where you want it. You want to lift your eye up. And then I just brought that shadow up there. I wasn't applying anymore. I blended that same shadow in the rest of my eye. And then I just used a little bit of a shimmer, and I didn't even go very light today with it. And then I used that same color that I used on the end there. 2 colors, that's it. So you don't have to do 5 different colors if that's not your thing. If you're intimidated, because I know some people are intimidated by using a bunch of colors. Eyeshadow application, it's just an art, you know what I mean? It's just a way to express yourself. So maybe you just want to look pulled together, but you're like, I really don't care to do all that. I totally get that. So you can just do 2 shadows. You can do 1 shadow if you want to, but if I were to do it 1 shadow, I probably would still do a shimmer. Just be careful with the shimmers that you use. You want to get something that's really, really subtle. I like the ones from Charlotte Tilbury. I think those are subtle, but these from Dior are beautiful too. Beautiful shimmers. They're not glittery or anything like that. I would say these are more subtle than, I don't have it in front of me, but I don't think I do. My new palette from Anastasia. Oh yes, I do have it. This is a beautiful palette, but some of these shimmers might be a little bit too much for some people. You know, some of them are downright glitters, okay? And I don't use those. But usually hers are, you know, I can use her shimmers. And I do wear those, but if you're afraid to use a shimmer because you're like, girl, no, then you want to use, at least try something that's really, really fine. So I hope that this video was helpful and informative. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Would really appreciate it if you would share my videos. And you can follow me on all of the socials, and I will catch you guys all in my next video. Bye. You're going to see a lot of videos of me, and I'm wearing the same thing because I'm filming a lot of videos all at once. I felt like I hit a hair in my nose. Okay. What is... Is it my... Oh, it is my microphone. Why is it in the... Okay, there we are. Okay.